Hello, humans and non-humans alike, and good it ever applies to you. And today, we are playing Arboria. Now, this is a Souls-like roguelite. Is the best way I could possibly think of to describe it. And you did not hear the clock; you just heard this guy. And there is a reason why I'm not just playing the game. Starting a new game, showing you everything. It's because everybody's done that by now, and I don't feel like doing it since I loaded this god up with as much berry as you can carry. So let me just explain things in the town. You can't interact with these things at all yet, or well, not right now, because these interact with when you die. When you die, the berry she deposited goes into here, it gets poured out into here, and then you can donate it to the god and make him happy. And then if you donate enough, you could change what types of Jotun you could summon. The Jotun is a character I'm currently using, and they pop out of this here giant egg fruit thingy. So as you can see, when I'm ready, I can talk to this guy, and I get to go down into the abyss. Now this guy, you unlock these guys and other merchants by finding roots underneath and healing them. You find enough, you unlock this guy. And the other guy. And then with the berry you've collected and safely put in, you can put into these in order to buy new upgrade. Or to get the upgrade. Some of these will be locked by even more roots. Currently, there are only 3 types of symbiotes. Symbiotes are weapons. That is the axe, the sword, and the scythe. The sword is your slow, heavy weapon, the axe is the medium weapon, and the scythe is the fast weapon. And these are mutations. This is the guy you go to for your mutations. Mutations are your special ability. Right now, is teleport, shield, and shockwave. And they do about what the name says. And once again, same system here with the upgrades. Right now, we actually can't put any points into this one because we don't have enough roots healed. With 7, we need about 3 more roots, and I'm actually not sure if we can unlock that then, because I'm pretty sure I found all the roots. Anyway, right now I'm playing this with a controller. I tried with mouse and keyboard, and I suck. Balls at it. I mean, damn. And I think there might even be a problem with doing it with mouse and keyboard, because my left and right clicks, they weren't going through sometimes. But I got my remote in, and it is a hell of a lot easier with the remote. Hyperkin Duke. It's the old Xbox remote, or new version of it for new generation. I love this thing. I wish I could use this on every single system. There are no voices currently. They might add them in the future. There are certain things that, again, this game is also, forgot to mention, in early access, so judge nothing. It's a wonderful game. Okay. The fairy following me around is your inventory. It's a polite way to put it. This allows you to equip all. This means you can just click the selected ones. That's your health potions. And again, that's shockwave. This is the basic setup. I don't remember that little bit of purple light being there before. See, that's attacking. And then the mutations use your mana or energy or whatever you want to call it. The blue shit on the bottom left. The bot. Yeah. The top left is your health. And we go down into the depths now. It is a little training dummy. You can dodge and all the other stuff that you expect to do in a Souls game. Now then, this is extremely important. Your bio rune does not regenerate until you go to the next floor. There is nothing on the floors that will regenerate your bio rune. Yet. Or at least to my knowledge. However, there are other ways to regain health. Trying to be informative in this one because I like this game. There's a lot of good potential here. Well, Souls-likes and roguelikes are everywhere. This one, the theme of it is very unique. That, and I like things like mutation and body horror and other things. I was told there would be tentacles in this. Alright. Jotun, this is your equipment. The armor, weapon, mutation. The section for usable items. And then this is the Rada, the little fairy thing following you. And this is her inventory. As you can see, some things are locked. I imagine they're going to add in another merchant who will then be able to upgrade the Rada. I have also yet to find a blueprint, but see, as I said, Scythe, Bound Symbiote, Finesse Symbiote, Heavy Symbiote. Mutations, Shield, Shockwave, Teleport. The Teleport is actually really good. I think that's my favorite so far, but the Shockwave is also decent and wrong button. Okay, use back to open up the map. Enemies will appear on the radar. Oh! Do not use the healing. That's what you get for playing different games. All of a sudden, you accidentally press the X button instead of the right trigger. Anyway, this is a route. While this is a roguelite, there are only a certain amount of roots on each floor, and once you heal them, they're healed. So you can't just heal all the roots on a floor, die, and repeat to unlock things. You gotta keep going down, and the further down you go, the harder enemies get. Oh, for the love of... Alright, I mentioned this on Twitter before, but, Overlord. Yeah, for some reason, all the data I had, my save spots on that thing just disappeared randomly. So I was replaying it, trying to get to where I was before to redo recording, so... Right now, I keep accidentally hitting X whenever I want to attack. And also, I was playing a demo for another game. If this doesn't manage to take up 5 episodes, you'll see the demo for that other game I was playing that also uses X. And that one I will start a new game for to show you. You gotta be careful. You see that? That explodes. Also a good time to mention, you see see how it says loss 0, that's their armor. The thing in other words is no value. No armor value. And the thing on the left is a fire symbol. That shows which element they have. In other words, you know what, yeah, no, it's just which element they have. As you can see, it's spitting fireballs at me, so you probably didn't need much of an explanation for me to tell you that that's fire. Now, There are 3 elements in this game so far, and I think they're gonna stick with 3 elements. So, there's fire, there's grass, and there's frost. And despite what you're thinking, fireworks with grass? I thought it did. Anyway, if we hit a loading screen, the symbol will pop up and I'll remember, because I keep forgetting. But there are so many games that kind of rock, paper, scissors, elemental map thingy that I can get them confused very easily. The consequences of playing many games. That was the concentrated crystals. Berry. Gives to the god. It needs to upgrade things when you unlock by healing enough roots. Since I've healed all the roots on all the floors, you won't be able to see me doing that, but here's what happens. You hold down this, and a circle appears on the ground. You either stay in the circle for the predestined amount of time, or you kill everything that spawns. And then the root's healed, and all of your health is restored. After a root is healed, your health comes back, and mana already regenerates. Everything is so you know you don't have to worry about mana. And as I just demonstrated, everything is 2 types of attacks: this and this, to that, and this is horizontal and vertical. Hold down the vertical one and it does a heavy attack. This is me trying to be very informative, instructional. Now then, you see a tree, you always go up these because there's usually something here you can take. Alright. You should also always check the walls, because there are occasionally secret passages, which you open by breaking. But the secret passages are very visible. And sometimes there will be a very crystal in the secret hole, and that means it'll show up on the map as a blue dot, not in a box. Having healed all the roots is actually more difficult, because I don't have that option for healing, and as I said, the runes don't regenerate at all. There's nothing you can do on the map. And this is the shield. Now then, I unlocked the ability to switch out to have 2 things at once. You have to actually unlock that. This is the first type of shield. It also does the grass damage to anyone around you, and then it also charges. It's kind of useful for projectiles and closing in on somebody quickly, but otherwise, Teleport is my favorite so far. Now, something to note. When you die, only half the berry you collected is brought back. So, if you start running out of healing runes, quickly just look for the way out. So you can deposit all of your berry. You can't go back up floors, though. You can only go down. So, once you go down, that's it. See, here is a secret room. Break this, and usually there'll be stuff in here. This time there wasn't, but usually there's stuff in here. a very crystal. Sometimes there's even an enemy. You break it and immediately get stabbed by a giant wasp. That's life. That's what all the people say. Flying high in April. Shot down on the trail. Normally that damages them. Weird. See, normally charging into things actually hurts them. Maybe it's a bug or something. Anyway, again, watch out for these. You can push them around all you want, but once they're hit, just get ready to blow up. Oh, you were affected. There we go. Okay, I have to get a bit of distance, but afterwards, the damage. Anyway, you can change what element your your mutation has by finding an element on the ground. Yep, there goes all the damage. I can be a bit more reckless because this is the character I got after filling up the god's lust for Very. These things are harmless. Don't gotta worry about them blowing up. Decoration. However, these are the points where the enemies spawn out of. Personally, I think it would be better if they endlessly spawned, but that also has its own set of problems. Because if they endlessly spawned, then you could use that to farm Very on a single floor by just hanging out here and waiting. But at the same time, once you've annihilated everything on a floor, or cleared out a room, you sort of don't have to worry about it. You know, it's a give and take. Wait, one, two, there we go. Right. Okay, this is weapon proficiency. Each level gives plus 5% to the corresponding weapon. Now, when you pick a Jotun, they might inherently have a weapon proficiency, but it does build up over time. By continually using it, you build up a more proficiency. And this is a trait. You will have this. Pretty much all the Jotuns have a trait. Some are good, some are bad, some are great, and some are just weird. They also might even have traits you'd never expect. Like you usually wouldn't see them in a game. Anyway, this is the sword. See? It's a bit slower than the axe. And one of the horizontal swings leave you wide open. Which way are we going? It's pretty easy to get lost in here. Damn. As you can imagine, that is fire. Do not step in that. It hurts. You're a walking tree person. Do not step in the fire. Behold the power of swords. Aha. And this is one of the other methods to be healed. Pray at this thing, and it restores your health. It doesn't restore your runes, just your health. See, normally these things are lit, but when it spawns an enemy, they are non-lit. One of the ways they could probably have the infinite spawning is just have it take longer intervals the more they've spawned, and then use this like a timer, so when all three of them light up. Anyway, that's just my personal preference, you know. I don't know, it just feels a little too safe on the top floors. Don't worry, I won't feel like this on lower floors. But on the top floors, it kind of feels a bit too safe once you're used to it. Okay, looks like to actually deal damage with the charge, you have to be a bit of distance back. And also, sometimes the lock-on blocks will just go off. That's very annoying. It strafes normally, right? But when you have the shield up, the thing you'd want to strafe with, it no longer strafes. This is extremely frustrating. Also, sometimes it doesn't work. Shield, you're making me into a liar. Okay, let's switch to that. I'm trying to use the shield. The shot. Oh, right. There are also traps. You see these green plants? Those are traps. You step on them, spikes come out. It also works on enemies, though, so they're actually pretty useful if you want to try to force your enemies to land on these and stay on them. Because then that means they die quicker. See what I mean? It triggers traps, too. I have to say, it's really nice. Anyway, I think I messed around too much, so I actually have to use a bio rune right now. These boxes drop a lot of stuff, but you have to kill the wave. You want the money, you gotta... You need to pay in blood. Or ichor, or whatever. Wasps? Are they plant wasps? Are these insects or some type of mutant sentient plant? Now Shockwave is the only range ability you have, so remember that. Here we go. Right, and I don't have any armor. So that's why I'm taking more damage than usual. Usually they're kind enough to start you off with some armor. And this is the scythe. As you can see, the fast weapon. Done this, and it does that cool thing. But if you attack normally with this, it's a retreating attack. Which can be a bit useful. As you can see, it doesn't do as much damage as the axe or sword, but fast. It's easy to interrupt attacks. Your attack, anyway. Need to be on the lookout for shrines. Ah, finally, some damn armor. There we go. Now we have leather armor. As much as I can tell, the only thing weight affects is dodge roll distance. So I just go for the heaviest armor possible. It's usually also the one with the most protection. Don't know if that'll change, but it hasn't so far. Taking way too much damage. Having fun here. Try being informative and look what happens to me! Death by giant fucking wasps! IRL, I'm terrified of bees. But I do like them. I'm terrified of them, yet I like them. Bees, wasps, hornets, they're all the same to me. So all of them have stung me so many times. Actually, this would be a good point to show you what happens when you die. So now, come here, kill me. Oh wait, no, let's take the teleport first. Oh shit. This mode, and this mode. Both of which are extremely useful for getting the fuck out of dodge. Alright, I was gonna die to show you what happens. I don't feel like dying though. You know what? If we're gonna do... Oh well. Yeah, let's just go through with it. The longer I play, the more I don't wanna. Oh, this is a high level Jotun too. Look at what I do for you people! Okay, here we go. Yeah. Grass beats fire in this. Fire beats frost, frost beats grass. How the fuck grass beats fire? I have no idea, but that's there. Comes the berry. More berry you put in, the more happier the gods are. And the gods do not like me because I died very early. You put in that and it increases your weapon resistance chance, power slot chance, positive trade chance, stats -2. So that means all the stats for the Jotuns -2. And you actually have very specific Jotuns to choose from depending upon what level the god is at. Right now he is angry, so you get shit Jotuns. Myopia. You don't see very well. It's actually you don't see very well. Pure style, fuck the perks. You don't see very well. Blind or with nothing? You decide. actually went pretty far last time I went with the blind guy. But this time we'll go with nothing, because if I show you what blind looks like, I'm probably gonna die. And I have not... Actually, you know what? No, let's show you what blind looks like, because we're nice. As you can see, everything with outside of a certain radius is out of focus. Which might not sound that bad, but it can be. Also, that's all the time we have for this episode, so thank you for watching. Remember, for this video, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like. If you want to comment, subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter for channel updates, pictures of dogs and cats, and whatever else I decide to put up there. By humans, non-humans like it. Good whatever applies to you.